Boris Johnson to be replaced with melting ice sculpture after dodging climate change TV debate. Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage will be represented in Thursday's televised debate on climate change by melting ice sculptures, after both leaders decided not to show up.
Here's a summary of the article.
Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage will be represented in Thursday's televised debate on climate change by melting ice sculptures, after both leaders decided not to show up. Channel 4, which is organising the debate, said the sculptures would represent the emergency on planet Earth. The Conservatives say they had offered to send Mr Johnson's underling Michael Gove to stand in for the PM in the debate, but that the request was refused. Ben de Pere, editor of Channel 4 News, said, "These two ice sculptures represent the emergency on planet Earth, not in any human form but are a visual metaphor for the Conservative and Brexit parties after their leaders declined our repeated invitations to attend tonight's vital climate debate." The climate debate will be hosted by Krishnan Guru Murthy, who will quiz the leaders on their policies to fight climate change. The debate is thought to be the world's first focusing solely on the environment and climate crisis and comes after a year in which the issue has shot up the political agenda with protests, social movements, and a perceived uptick in extreme weather events. Speaking to The Independent, a spokesperson for Channel 4 added, "The clock is ticking. The ice caps are melting. Our invitation to the Prime Minister remains open until 7 p.m. tonight."
This post received a score of 39,697, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What is it with Conservatives and climate denial? We had a federal election in Canada this last October and the cons here too skipped the climate debate. It's almost like the cons have been bought by special interest groups and don't answer to the people that elect them.
Climate action threatens conservatism inherently because conservatism is based around conserving, a system based on infinitely extracting from the environment, instead of, like, conserving the environment. So they try not to talk too seriously about it.
It's almost like conservation and conservative are totally different words. Sue edit, incomplete unescaped shrug.
To be fair, they are conserving dumb and outdated ideologies and beliefs. I don't even think it's that. Conservatives of the 70s would be shocked at modern conservatism. Conservatism has always been about slowing down progress for profits.
Specifically, the Conservatives' pockets. The old industries and methods, and their owners. Many people could profit immensely from a green or a social justice transition, but it would not be the people who are currently powerful.
The sad thing is, it could be, at least in some cases. If oil, gas companies had spent more money researching renewable energy and eco-friendly alternatives to petroleum byproducts like plastics, right now they'd be poised to rake it in all over again. It's always more profitable to look to the future than it is to cling to the past, even if there is more uncertainty around how that profit will take shape. There's a price for being lazy, greedy, and unwilling to adapt.
Well, yeah, clearly if your idea didn't start generating profits within the next quarter to year, it's just not worth it. Unfortunately, that is the mindset that rules through American-style capitalism, and it's why the majority of species currently alive will probably be extinct by 2100.
Recently it seems that Channel 4 is growing the balls that the BBC have lost.
The BBC is required to be unbiased. Apparently, being unbiased means devoting equal attention to crackpot policies that destroy what we have and politicians that have no interest in being factual.
They aren't unbiased anymore. They gave way too much attention to Farage and the antisemitism nonsense. They are totally partisan now.
Just look at the board and director. Spoiler, appointed by Tories for Tories after change in system by, you guessed it, Tories.
Sounds like the direction NPR is going in the US.
I'm curious, in what direction is NPR apparently heading?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.